One of the most frustrating parts about owning a vehicle, if you just bought a new car, or if you've still got a pretty new vehicle and the clear coat and the paint job still is in great shape, one of the most frustrating parts is looking down at your hood on a Saturday and noticing just a bunch of scratches and you're not sure where they came from. Today I want to talk about 3 best practices for avoiding scratches when you're washing your vehicle. A few things about scratches. A lot of these can be avoided. A lot of them are caused by the person washing your vehicle. So you always want to make sure that you know who's washing it, what they're using to wash it, if you get it detailed. If you do it in your driveway, there's a couple things I want to mention today that can really help to limit the amount of scratches that you leave behind. Some of these will happen and you can't really do anything about it. If your car's in a parking lot, obviously you can't really control what happens at that point, but I want to cover a couple things. If you're new to this channel, my name's Baxter. I run a website called carwashcountry.com where I cover a bunch of beginner tips and tutorials for washing your car. So if you're interested in that type of content, head on over there. I've got a free ebook, 25 essential auto detailing products for beginners. You can check that out for free. I'll leave a link in the description for that. There's also a bunch of business tips if you are into auto detailing professionally, so check that out. But let's dive into it. I want to talk about really the most important one in my opinion, and that's making sure you have enough suds and enough soap not to scratch your car. So if we talk about the purpose of suds, really the main purpose is to carry away dirt from the panel of your car. It's really not to be used as a cleaning agent. So you don't want to provide any pressure when you have soap on your car. It's not really meant to be used in that manner. It's just basically meant to guide the dirt that's stuck on your car off the vehicle. That's why you want to really graze the side of your car with a wash mitt. You're really helping to remove that static bond that the dirt has on your vehicle. A lot of people leave scratches by applying too much pressure. A lot of people leave too many scratches by not using enough suds. So the more suds that you have in between your wash mitt and the surface of the vehicle, the better. So it just provides that barrier of protection. It really helps to carry that dirt away, so you really want to make sure you have enough. If you're using a bucket, want to make sure that you rinse it out from time to time. I'm actually a big fan of spraying suds on your car using a foam gun. This is a device you can pick up on Amazon for about $25. I'll leave a link to the one that I have that you can check out there. If you have a pressure washer, you can also use one of those. You can use a foam cannon, and that'll just really help to apply a lot of suds to a really large vehicle. So those are great if you have like a truck or something larger. But if you don't want to risk contaminating a bucket of suds with a dirty wash mitt by dipping it in and out, just apply the suds directly. I think that's just a great practice for most people. There are times when a bucket's helpful, but for the most part, yeah, you want to make sure you do it right. That leads me to my second point is if you are going to use a bucket, make sure you pick up a grit guard. This is a device that sits in the bottom of your bucket, and what it does is it creates a ledge for your wash mitt to sit on. So if you're dipping your mitt in the bucket, you're washing your car, you're putting suds on your vehicle. Whenever you rinse off your wash mitt, which is always best practice, and you put it back in the bucket, if you don't have a ledge for it to sit on, it's just going to sink to the bottom where all that dirt is. So even if you rinse a wash mitt, you're still going to have some dirt that gets transferred into the bucket. So use a grit guard. Some detailers even use 2. It just provides that extra layer of protection to avoid contamination. It's really about washing your vehicle as clean as possible and not really contaminating. That leads me to the last tip, and that is if you're not washing your tires and your clear coat using separate buckets, you really need to, because if you're going to use buckets anyway, you don't want to mix tire brushes and products that you use to clean your tires with clean suds that you're intending to use for your clear coat. So you want to make sure that you keep an old 5-gallon bucket with your tire brushes just for washing tires. You don't want to dip tire brushes in a clean bucket. You wash your tires and your wheels, and then you take your wash mitt and you stick it in that bucket with the brake dust, with all the contamination. So just keep that in mind as you're washing. I've got a few more tips like this. If you're interested, head on over to carwashcountry.com. I'll actually leave this the link to this post in the description so you can check that out. I've actually got 7 of these that you can read through if it helps. But I hope this has been helpful. If you have any other ideas for avoiding scratches, leave a comment below. And until next time, have a great day.